What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here. I hope everybody's having a fabulous Saturday. Don't forget, we'll be doing a free t-shirt giveaway tomorrow. All you got to do to enter to win is make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the likes, and leave your comments in the comment section down below. Also, there's some affiliate links down there that really help the channel out, and a totally free Discord group. Definitely check it out if you want to hang out somewhere to talk about, learn about crypto. It's totally free. Check it out. Let's get on with the video. As always, I'm not a financial advisor, it's not financial advice, nor is it trading or investing advice. Disclaimer scrolling on the bottom. All right, so looking at the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index, it's at 23, still the same as it was yesterday, still extreme fear. And I know a lot of people are talking about the longs and looking for a long squeeze. It is possible. It's hard telling what's going on here, guys. It's extremely weird. If you look at the blockchain whispers where they show Bitfinex, BitMEX, Binance, and then the total, the longs on Bitfinex are 91%. On BitMEX, it is 54%. On Binance, 36%. And the total is about 66% longs and 34% shorts. I do believe we could be seeing a nice move up. I cannot talk this morning. Let's look at Bitcoin on the monthly first. As you can see, the volume's still declining while in this formation. I know a lot of people are really bearish right now, still thinking we're going to be going lower. Not saying it isn't possible, but what I'm looking at on the monthly close is about the 7,050, and that's the 21 EMA. I'd like to stay above that. If it is, I can still remain bullish. If we close below that, then it looks like we might continue this downtrend. Now let's look at the weekly. If we look at the weekly, we are making what seems to be a doji here, and obviously this weekly closes tomorrow. But as you can see, same thing, we are having major declining volume. The question is, will we come back down and retest this line around the 6,000 range before continuing up, or do we go up from here? That is the question. If you guys were watching last week, we were talking about getting a push up last week to keep the 80 EMA from crossing the 55 EMA, and that did not happen. It obviously crossed bearish. Look at the RSI. As you can see on the RSI, we're in this falling wedge, which I have another wedge in here with the yellow line, and we popped out of it, came back down, tested it for support, which also lined up with our red line support from back in 2015, which back in here we capitulated under it, broke above it, came back down, tested it for support, and continued up back in the 2015 bull rally all the way through 17. Right here we capitulated under it, broke above, and have gotten support on it right now. If this weekly, by tomorrow, if we have a nice move up and break outside of this, guys, I think that would be pretty damn bullish. Let's look at, let me get this back over here and look at the daily. This is the BitMEX funding and premium index down here. And if you see, every time we had the funding was super low, at the end of it, we had a pop up. Same thing out down here, we were super low up here, popped up, had a run up. Got low again, right in this consolidation, popped up in here. Right now, we have been really low. That's why I do believe we will have a pop-up soon. Not to say we can't have a quick move down before the move up, but it does look like, according to this, that we are ready to have a push up here. Maybe it'll happen this weekend, maybe the beginning of next week. Definitely something to watch. Let's look at the price action up close and see the targets we have here. This is up at around the 8,500, 8,550 range, and that is just an old support and resistance line, which also lines up with the top of this wedge here, as you can see. Could we possibly go up there within the next week or two? That is possible, as long as we break up from here. Now I have this, looking at this as a bull flag, and we'll go into the more immediate time frames next, into the 4 hour. Also, I want to remind you guys, don't forget to leave your comment in the comment section down below. Take a second out, do it for your chance to win the free t-shirt. my wife's webpage is anchorimage.com, which there's a link to that below. That's an easy way to support the channel. But that's where you pick your t-shirt from. She has, you can put anything you want, any coins you want, any family pictures, whatever, on all this stuff. There's also stuff that's not listed. Just hit her up in the contact and ask her about hoodies, keychains, bottle openers, all kinds of stuff, socks. But back over to here. All right, if we looked at this as a flagpole, with this being a bull flag forming here, the break of that, and keep in mind, stick around to go back into the 4-hour chart and it all start to make sense. But that goes right up to, the measured move would be around the 8250, 8260 range, which also, guys, this 200 EMA on the daily, it would line up perfectly with that. But if we zoom in here, we are getting resistance on these EMAs here. This is the 20, or the 8, the 13, and the 21. And right now we just went below the 13. See if the 8 will hold. If the 8 holds, I think obviously our move is going to be up, and that's around the 71.25 range, somewhere in that area. Let's look at the bearish case. In the bearish case scenario, we would be, if we drop down from here, we'd be looking for support around the 68.60 area, which is the 0.5 Fibonacci level. We are getting resistance at the 0.618 Fibonacci level right now, which is at 7,200. We do drop straight down and retest the bottom of this support line. That'd be around the $6,000 range. I also have lower targets here, guys, and I'll show you where they come from. On this our whole little bull run here, from the swing low to the swing high, I put the Fibonacci retracements on there, and the 0.786 is right around 5,400, which I don't, if we do get down that low, I don't think this lower low is possible, but I'll show you how I got that one. And that's just looking at this as a flagpole, from the breakout over here, this being a flagpole, and this being a flag, we had, it was like a wedge here, and I'll draw a quick line in there so you guys can see. Let me make that white, fatten it up a little bit just so you can see it. Get another one from here to here, and if we took this flagpole and put it to where we broke down, that would get us down to around this 40, actually more around the $4,700-$4,800 range, which would also line up with this long-term trend line that we have from all the way back here. So keep in mind that's possible, but as of right now, I don't think it's looking too bad. It looks like we're most likely going to get a push up, like I showed you on the funding rate. Let's go into the RSI now and take a look at what's going on with that. As you can see, it looks like we do have a possibility for this move up. And if we look at this low here, it's out of the way. Let me get these off of here, and then I'm going to get those EMAs out of the way too and kind of clean up this chart just a little bit. All right, there we go. So, like I was showing you, get this stuff out of the way. We are making lower lows in the price action, while at the same time making higher lows in the RSI, which is hidden, or not hidden, that is bullish divergence. So everything's pointing like at least a push up, not to say that we break out of this wedge and continue on. Could happen, but we'll play it by ear as it goes. But there are quite a few things pointing up as of right now, guys, so keep that in mind. Look at the 4-hour, and I have some targets in here, and that's what you seen on the thumbnail. So let me show you how I get all these. We're going to look at the bearish and the bullish case scenario here, guys. All right, so let's take a zoomed in look first, and then we'll zoom out a little bit. But what I got here is looking at this as an ascending triangle. Straighten it out a little more. Looking at this as an ascending triangle. If we were to break down, we'll take a look at the bearish case first. If we were to break down from here, I'd be looking at about the 69.30 range, right in that range, which is the 0.5 fib. Measuring from the swing low to the swing high, having the retracement in here, that's the 0.5. If that wasn't to hold, our next support would be in the bigger trend, that 0.65 fib here, which is the bottom of the golden pocket zone. And that would be around the 68.75 range. If that wasn't to hold, we'd be looking at the 0.618 from the smaller move, which would be around the 6,800. That would be in the golden pocket zone. If we drop below that, 0.786 is about 66.41. Now let's talk about the bullish scenario, which ascending triangles, guys, usually break up. Another thing I wanted to point out on this 4 hour, as you can see, all three of these green candles, nice long candles from the bottom of this trend, which these are called a three white soldiers, and that's usually a bullish. And after a consolidation, after three white soldiers, you usually have another move up. So that's another thing pointing up for me. And if we did a measured move just of this as a wedge or triangle, just from the triangle, if we broke out sometime today or maybe tomorrow, our target's going to be around the $7,400 range, which would be the top of this falling wedge. That's the first target. If we're able to break through here and retest, get support, then we'll start looking at the higher targets, and I'll show you how I got those. First one being just a measurement of the width of this falling channel here. We measure it from top to bottom. Whoops, moved the wrong thing there, guys. Let me get this Fibonacci out of the way so it cleans it up a little bit. And as you can see, also, we're getting support on all the EMAs right here. So if we were to drop below the 7,090 range, then we'd be looking for these lower targets starting with 6,900. So keep an eye on the 7,075, 7,080 range. If we drop below that, guys, we're most likely headed to 69. But like I said, let's do the measured move of the channel here, and we bring that up to the top. Say we break out right in this area within the next day or two, that gets us up to the 8,080 range, right? Now the next target, if you remember, we looked at the big bull flag in the daily, and it gave us a target of about 8260. Well, if we look at it here, same thing. We look at this as a bull flag. You guys can see that, this being the flagpole. We take the flagpole, put it up to the top of the bull flag, and that gives us a target of around the 8260 range, 8250, right in that area. So that's what I'm looking at, guys. Well, obviously, if we do get up here, we're going to have resistance at this 200 EMA, which is going to be around the 7450. But this triangle right here is going to be key to everything, whichever way we break out of it. So yeah, we'll see what happens, guys. I'm looking for a move up. Like I said, with the funding index and everything else, there's a lot more stuff pointing up than down here. But again, that doesn't mean it's a trend change totally, and we are going to continue the bull market until we break the 8,500. Then I would say we are pretty much in our bull market, continuing our bull market. And guys, I still think we are in a bull market. Yeah, I do still think this is just a big correction because of the giant move up. So in the long term, I believe we are still in good shape. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to click Crypto Savvy logo above my head to get you subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Smash the likes and leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think of the video. Also get you entered to win the free t-shirt. Have a great day. I'm out. I will see you guys tomorrow.